Welcome to another episode of Tricks of the Trademark with me, Erik Pelton. Here, I share insights, tips, and advice based on my 25 years of experience helping businesses protect and build bold brands. Imagine my delight when one evening this summer, I'm sitting outside on a beautiful evening on the lawn at Wolf Trap, which is actually a national park performing arts center here outside of Washington, D.C., listening to a concert from John Legend, who is an incredible talent with an incredible voice and songwriting and musical abilities. And in the middle of the concert, he starts telling a story about how he became John Legend. You see, it turns out he was born John R. Stevens and originally was performing under that name. And over time, this was before he became famous, his colleagues and friends started referring to him as John Legend because he had such an old soul voice, singing classics and almost like from a different era. They started referring to him first as just a nickname, sort of kiddingly, John Legend, and then it caught on more. And then he was about to sign his first big record deal, and he wanted to record under the name John Legend. And the record studio said, wait a second, there's a trademark problem with your name. You see, it turns out that there was, and this is straight from John Legend's mouth, a porn adult film producer who also dabbled in music that went by the name Johnny Legend. And the record studio was worried that there might be an issue, a conflict, if they were to release and promote an album from John Legend. However, the story we know has a good ending because the record studio and John Legend's lawyers reached out to the Johnny Legend and they were able to come to an agreement where they each agreed to stay in their lanes. And John Legend's retelling of this story is very entertaining and amusing. They each agreed to stay in their lanes. So you can imagine my amazement when I'm at this concert hearing a trademark story. Like, they're everywhere. And then the real message of the story is that they worked it out. And that, in fact, is how the great majority of trademark disputes get resolved. They get worked out. They don't even go to court. Or if they go to court, they don't go to a trial or a final decision. The vast, vast majority. So the great ending here is that he gets to release the album under John Legend. He has an agreement with Johnny Legend. He gets a trademark registration, and he builds this brand now over the next 20 years of incredible success and award winning. And he even has a vineyard and wine and other things under his brand. And my message to you is that the investment to protect your brand and work it out up front is well worth it. It was the solid foundation here on which his brand could grow. Had they released the album without an agreement, who knows what could have happened? He could have had to change the name, worst case scenario, or he could have had to spend a lot of money to fight it or to pay off the other side after the fact. So it is worth it up front to do the homework and to protect and resolve any trademark issues if possible. You've just listened to another episode of Tricks of the Trademark with me, Erik Pelton. For lots more episodes, videos, content, links, blog posts, and more, visit our website at www.erikpelton.com.